Hey everyone, Joel here with Dissecting DIY, and yes, you are looking at a capsule, an actual capsule. These were, I believe, known as the Noria Cool, or it had a fundraiser campaign on Kickstarter, which I contributed to, and I've been waiting for this thing for a long time. And they've had a few bumps in the road. Getting this thing to market, they've, for better for worse, it just seems like they overextended themselves and were making promises they didn't know if they could keep, and then of course things kept just getting worse for them. Thankfully, finally, they were able to work out the problems. I'm very happy for them, because I'm sure it was one hell of a road, because waiting for the thing as a customer was frustrating. I can only imagine what the company went through. Now, I'm not affiliated with them. This is something that we backed and we bought. We paid full price, and we are going to do an unboxing video. They were purported to be a little bit lighter than your average AC, and I just brought the box upstairs. I don't know if that's the case. Also, the box, I don't know, they might want to put some, like something's broken, but let's just get into it. Let's do the unboxing. Always have a trusty knife on you. Try to cut away from you. Foam blocks. They actually look like they snapped them to fit them in the. Looks like they didn't even care. Look at that. I don't know what that's about. Let's see here. So that little contraption that we saw, where they can just plug it in, looks like it needs to be constructed. Okay, it's not exactly like I thought it was going to be. But okay. I don't know what that's about. A lot more, then we have the instructions. So we got loose bolts. Come on, guys. What are you doing here? I hope I have them all, because these things can fall right out the sides. Come on. Look at that. Fell off. I don't know who did their packaging, but I don't think there was really a care in the world given. Yeah, all the bolts are all spread. Look at that. All throughout. I don't think I have them all. I don't know if I even want to turn this on the way this company's been. So it's supposed to be a washer. So this is what you're supposed to have. Ready? You're supposed to have that turns. That little spacer, washer, and a bolt. Alright, one was attached out of 3. Not a good sign. I don't know if this company got it together. More foam padding. I don't know what that's for. Yeah, I'm missing washers, I think. Okay, let's see if the rest is in the box. And there it is. Now, I'm guessing that out of the box, I'm supposed to be able to just attach these sides and plug and play. But if I'm missing those washers, I'm going to have to replace them. I'm missing quite a bit of hardware. Again, that was the only one. Come on, Capsule. So there, I'm guessing that my hardware fell out these. The way that these boxes are handled. Here's another spacer that's just floating around. So I have all the spacers. There's the coil. I don't see any more of my washers. I hope they didn't fall in the thing. I don't think they can, but heavier than they say it's going to be. You know, this is just a little awkward right now. Let's see if I can get it out of the way. You can hear more parts. That's a good sign. So yeah, there it is. Now that is the unboxing. As you can see, a little disappointing on the packing there and the assembly. Alright, yeah, so I have all of them, thank God. That would have sucked. That would have been terrible. Alright. So, let's go over how to put it together. Alright, so maybe this was a good thing that this didn't come together, because if it happens to you, you'll know how to do it from this video. Okay? So thankfully none of these fell out of the box. Let's go ahead and throw this together. So let's see here. So I put the spacer in there. Uh-oh. Maybe I am missing. Oh. That was close. Yeah, but I'm not sure if those came apart during transit. It's pretty hard for these to come apart. It's almost like someone just threw them in the box. I'm hoping that... Now I'm worried, like, did they actually care to put the capsule together correctly? Is it going to spring a leak? I don't want that Freon leaking into my daughter's room. Like, those are the things I worry about as a parent. Okay. Now you can see I have it together. Now let's move on to the next step. Another thing is there's these sticky things here that look like they're insulators. Excuse me. They're not on very well. They're actually coming off. Again, it wasn't. This one's all right, but this one is like, just like the person didn't care that was assembling this box. And then there's this. I don't know what this is about. Cut it, please. Like, come on. $600 for this thing, and this is the way it comes together. That's disappointing. All right, let's move on to the next step. So just note these. This facing down. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. That actually stays quite loose. The person who designed this, I mean, this is, I would wait to buy this after seeing how this is put together. I mean, that just comes right out. There's gotta be something I'm missing here. That doesn't actually work. See this? That doesn't actually work. This is out of alignment. Right, so I think it's actually going to use the out of alignment as a means to get the screw in and hold it in place. It's not actually threads, it's just that the fact that it's out of alignment. Yeah, that's I'm not too happy with that, to be honest with you. Not too happy with that. Another thing, this is just trying to be constructive here. But if you're going to make me drill into the wall plate here, it would help if this could extend a bit. Like, I'm going to be right on the edge here, and that's going to crack. That's not good. I mean, I'm going to have to fix these windows every season and then re-drill every season. There's a space down here, and there's just no way that I can get it over and that the screw is going to be long enough. And then that little lip down there, as you can see, I can't get it any further. There's just no way. So I did an 1/8 inch pre-drill. Now there's a track back there. Not sure if you can see it. Yes, it's covering it. I just really don't like drilling into vinyl. I don't know why they can't create an adapter, even if you had to buy it, where this you take off and there's basically an adjustable rivet here. Well, not an adjustable rivet here, but something that allows it to, you know, move back and forth and to actually attach the wood. But, you know, I don't know. It's the only way I can make it secure and safe. Unfortunate though. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but as you can see, this tapered lip here, the screws just aren't long enough. So there's just no way I can even get a screw in. Not along the top. There's just that lip. And it's not gonna work. I'll be able to get it on the sides, but again, I don't really want to screw in the vinyl, but I have to. 10 millimeter. Just make sure these are tight. They don't have to be super tight, but you need to be able to turn them. My biggest thing is like, that's loose. Yeah, never mind, make sure they're tight. You don't want your kids being able to just turn these things. We'll make sure that they're so tight that they're going to crack this. I just did with that one. So those are just loose for some reason. I can't tighten them anymore. All right. Okay, that is installed. Let's plug it in. So, we need to download the Kapsul app. I hope I don't have to scan anything. So, here's the thing that's bugging me. This only goes as low as 64. 66. Also, the rating on this, it's got an 11 SEER rating. So, this AC, it's not more efficient than the unit I just pulled out. It came almost in pieces. That's 66. That's got to be 64. So I'm hoping they can get it down to like 63. So here's why I have a problem with that. I don't even know fan function. Okay. Here's why I have a problem with the 64 and AC companies that do that. you need to be able to go down to 61. Have you ever walked into a room? Oh, there it goes. Alright everyone, so this is the capsule. I got it installed. I gotta say, I'm not really impressed with this. The unit itself has this this thing that it latches into. It's supposed to make things easier, and that's what kind of made us want to buy the capsule. It was supposed to be lighter. It's not lighter than any other AC, like the big one that I have that I just took out. The other thing that this is really aggravating is it's loud. It is just as loud as any air conditioner out there. Now, I remember the commercial saying it's going to be cool and quiet. It is not quiet. The other huge setback to this, and I cannot believe this, but there's no fan function. Not in the app, not anywhere. You can see here, that's me putting it down cool, right? The fan comes on when it's too cool, but the thing is I'm going to have to keep this thing all the way down just to have the fan running. And if I want to say have the fan at 70, I mean that's it powering down. So let's see. Yeah, I can't get the fan to turn on. So say if I just want the fan to run while I don't need the AC, there's no ability to do that, and that's a problem. That's a huge problem. So one of the reasons that's a huge problem is this is in my daughter's room. She's 18 months. Anytime that the fan is not running, you know, we do it for background noise, so now I have to run a fan on top of having to run this. It has an 11 SEER rating. My existing SEER rating on my old air conditioner is 11.5. That's an LG model. I'm really not happy with this. We're actually going to return it, and I have to take it out. I cannot believe, I just cannot believe all the weight and everything, that there's no fan function. There's no ability. I'm trying to see if I can toggle it. There's no, you think if I could put it to like 68 and just, I don't know what that is. So, yeah, you think I'd be able to use it as a fan, and I can't. I'm just, you know, all the hype around this thing, and it's just a giant disappointment. It's thinner. You know, they found a way to put it, an air conditioner into a more compact package, and I'm not really sure that they deliver. It was a cool idea, the whole, you know, being able to have Wi-Fi. I mean, I like that. But, you know, as you can see my existing temperature, you know, but listen to this thing crank up. So there's the fan. So I got to turn it all the way down. What happens if the room gets to 64? The fan turns off. So let's wait. I mean, that thing shook. Don't buy this thing. Don't. Hey everyone, Joel with the Second DIY, and I just wanted to make this after video. This is, I have to say, I'm really disappointed with the Kapsul Air. I keep calling it the Noria Cool or whatever it originally was. I figured I'd make this after the video I just made, or after the video you just saw, just to kind of explain my disappointment with it. Now, this has been something we've been looking forward to since about 2015, 2016, since they originally kind of showed this thing. And we've been waiting for it ever since. Now, the company has year after year after year said, well, we're going to deliver this year. We're going to deliver this year. And they've never done it. Now, they finally pulled it together. Now, they're a new company. They're a Kickstarter. They're trying to get things together. I get it. You know, we contributed to the Kickstarter. We knew that we might never see this thing. So it is nice to actually see the Kapsul Air finally making it to market. So exciting to see that. Now, you saw in the initial video that they look like they just snapped this little block that I needed to place on the bottom, and I wasn't even going to install it after that. It doesn't even look like they properly sized it for the box. There's maybe some last minute planning. It just seemed like somewhere they messed up and there was nothing they could do. They had to ship them. You know, that's the name of the game. And it's something you can probably get down, you know, fixed down the road. It's just something you couldn't fix today. So that block wasn't that big of a deal. Then, you know, you open up and you see that little mount for the capsule. And it was in pieces. It was literally like someone just threw pieces. So they assembled one, and it's almost like someone said, hey, screw it. Just throw it in. You know, we got to get these things shipped out. So they did that, and I was very lucky that all the parts were there, and I was able to do that. So, of course, I was able to get it together. I had to adjust and, you know, take things apart just to get it to fit. And those little side panels that they did, those I liked. I actually really like those. The only problem I have, and, you know, I was kind of looking at it after, and the video I was making, is maybe I could push it out and put a piece of wood there. The thing is, I shouldn't have to do that. It's, you know, just make it simple. It should go all the way to my trim. You know, that's where it should go. I shouldn't have to drill into a window. I shouldn't have to drill into vinyl. And you avoid the warranties. Windows are expensive. Just why do it? Just create something, you know, cool, redefined. Let's figure out a mounting system that's redefined. And again, they failed to do that. It doesn't go all the way. There's no adjustment. That would be something that's key that the company could work on to make sure that it's, you know, going out to my trim and being secured so it doesn't push or pull. And at the same time, you know, you get that extra window lip that holds it in place. That's something I would like to see from any air conditioning company. Now, moving on, then you saw where I think at the end of the video, I'm just shaking my head in just utter disbelief. But I was so excited to get it installed. I downloaded the app. I made an account. I connected it via Wi-Fi. It connects like a Ring camera. You know, it's going to create its own Wi-Fi first. And then it's going to connect. You get to label the room. That was neat. So that was the other thing it actually had going for it. But one of the big things that I hate about air conditioning companies are the ones that put it at 64 degrees. And the reason I hate that is because if you've ever had an air conditioner that doesn't cool a room adequately, either the room's too small, actually the only thing is too small, so it doesn't run long enough, and then you walk in and the air is musty and humid and it's just gross. So you have to turn the temperature down because essentially the unit's oversized. Now we have a 5,000 BTU unit in about a 100 square foot room. Well, you start adding things to that room, and it kind of lowers the square footage, in my opinion. Not too much, but I mean enough. And the last 5,000 BTU unit we had in that room, it just constantly did exactly that. It was always humid. It wasn't kicking on the way it was supposed to, and I wasn't able to lower the temperature enough. So I had to go to a 6,000 BTU unit that could go as low as 60 degrees. So that's a concern that they have, that they forced that on you, that 64. And then, of course, the app kept kicking it up to 65, and that was annoying. But then the biggest thing that really got me aggravated was it was loud as hell. Like, that was one of the things that they said. They said that this was going to be quiet, cool, you know, like, and then that there's no fan function. Look, if you're coming out with a $600 5,000 BTU unit, that thing better be able to do everything
that one of the top end 6,000 BTU units. I want a dehumidifier, even though I think that that feature is useless because an AC tends to dehumidify the air, period. But it should have that feature. It should have a fan feature. It should, be able to have a cool feature, and that fan needs to constantly be running, or give me an option to disable it. You have an app. There's so many ways that you can interface with that thing now, and it's very binary. There's nothing to be done. So that's why we're returning it. The fan shuts off, and then, of course, it's going to wake my daughter up every time it kicks in. Now, they say in the manual, which I was reading, oh, well, the fan will kick on because we don't want to wake you up. It's like any noise is going to wake someone up. The fan needs to constantly run, and it's something that they'll probably come out down the road, but I just can't wait for it. Not for $600. Like, we need to just get our money back. I do not recommend this this unit at this point in time. They clearly, focused on manufacturing. The manufacturer didn't even care to put it together correctly. Not a care in the world, it seemed. The one thing I will say that it was effective at, I had that thing on for maybe 5-10 minutes, and when I took it out of the window to package it back up, it was filled with water. I mean, means great dehumidifier right there. That thing is key. But it was leaking water, and my other ACs don't even do that. So I mean, it did seem efficient in that respect. But other than that, very disappointing. I am so bummed out to actually have to make this video. I always love going into new products and hoping that I can say, hey man, buy this thing. But I can't. I can't say that here. Again, I'm just so disappointed with the Kapsul Air that words can't even, I can't even describe. Like, you're probably seeing it on my face and in the video. And as I was building it, I was just like, I don't think this is going to be that great. Another thing with the air coming out the top, it did seem a little bit more efficient, but it also pushed out my cellular shade, so I'd have to tape down. That's just nitpicky stuff. Like, obviously there's nothing they can do about that, but I mean, I'm sure that could interfere with the cooling, where a bunch of cold air is just pushing up against something and it's going to keep shutting down. But other than that, that's the only thing. I don't recommend buying this product at this point until they're able to get some of these fixes out and say that, that they have a fan feature, a dehumidifier feature. Again, they're going to be able to do that through the app. I pray to God they're going to be able to do that through the app. But as of right now, it's too new a product. They haven't worked out the kinks. Don't drill into your vinyl like I did. I just voided the warranty on that window. I hate drilling into vinyl. I hate that AC companies can't figure out how to make a mounting bracket that just kind of sits a little bit out, a little bit more, but goes to the trim. Trim is easy to repair. I repair it every year for ACs that allow me to screw straight down, and then I just tape around. Wicked easy to repair. You're making me drill into a $600, $700, $800 window. Why would you do that? Just come up with a different mounting system. That's every AC company. That's not just Kapsul. I'm not just like, Kapsul, you're cool redefined, technically, so you should have friggin' figured that out. But at the same time, I'm not going to really knock you for it because nobody's gotten that right. But as for everything else, again, that thing needs to have a dehumidifier mode. It needs to have a fan mode. It needs to have a cool mode. It needs to have an energy saver mode. Every single thing, I want to see it in that app. But as of right now, we are contacting Capsule Air, trying to get a refund. $599 for a 5,000 BTU air conditioning unit that doesn't even have a fan mode. I'm sorry, but please avoid this product until they can get it together a little bit more. I wish them the best of luck. Again, I hate that I have to crap on them for this. Although their ability to get this product to market in a timely fashion and stick to their word. Your word should be your bond. If you say 2016, that thing better come out. And if you can't keep to those timelines, I suggest you really take a step back and not give anything else until, basically just tell people this might not happen. It's a Kickstarter thing. This was really frustrating because we've been following this company. We've been dying to get a hold of this product. And all I wanted to do today was just show you how to do it, show you how to put it together. I didn't want to crap on the product at all, but unfortunately, hopefully this is taken as constructive criticism. Hopefully the company sees it, and hopefully the company makes changes in these areas. They've gotten the initial batch out. Hopefully they can make some revisions to it that actually allow the company to stick around, because you know what? It is still a cool product. It might be just as heavy as an AC, but it's thin. I tried it. It slides right under my daughter's crib. It's easy to store. I like that. You could even make storage racks for multiple ones. So like that's one of the biggest frustrations in wintertime is when you're taking them all out. Where do you store the things? Well, you Capsule Air rack that you just slide them in. That would be neat. And then of course a 6,000 BTU and an 8,000 BTU. Hopefully you get that next, and hopefully they're a little bit lighter. But anyways, I'm Joel with Dissecting DIY. That's my criticism of the Kapsul Air. Again, I really wish it wasn't criticism. I wish I could have, made this a positive video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Have a good one.